guys, it's MerseyGirls.
Welcome back to the 7th episode of
BeHeard with MerseyGirls.
So today we've just got back from London and we've been at Princess Eugenie's wedding and we've done a vlog of the day, so it's going to be in the description so you can check that out.
We're really sad to say that this is actually the second to last episode of BeHeard, but don't worry if your stories haven't been covered or you want more topics to be addressed, because we will be doing a final live episode on YouTube and we'll be trying to go through your comments to see your stories, and we'll try and reach as many topics as we can, which can be on anything.
So that'll be on Sunday the 21st, but we're actually filming for something exciting that day. So it'll be around 6 PM we think, but as soon as we know nearer the time we'll let you know what time it'll be.
So the topic for today is social media, and it's very clear to see that social media is just everywhere and it's such a massive part in people's lives. Like, we can't even go into a cafe nowadays without wanting the Wi-Fi and seeing if there's Wi-Fi. Like, we can't just talk to people. So it's definitely an issue that needs to be addressed. Some people have the rule of no phones at the table. I don't know if any of you guys do, but
I have that. We only have it on a Sunday, and it's like, because I dance a lot, Matthew plays golf, everyone's always out of the house, so Sunday's like our family time together, so we tend to sit around the table, have a good old traditional Sunday roast. It's really nice.
That's really nice.
That's when none of us like try and go on our phones, just because I think family time's important when you're all so busy all the time.
yeah, that's good. We
don't
don't even sit at a table to eat our tea. we sit on this sofa right here.
Just scan it out.
Just do whatever. Can't say I have that.
We don't really have a rule, but like sometimes if I'm on my phone too much, then my dad will say get off your phone now, it's family time.
Yeah.
But not a strict rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I found something which, like, a lot of little kids, when you go into a restaurant, you see them on iPads, like, playing games or watching videos. And I think it's because for parents it's easily, it kind of removes a distraction and they can focus on what they're doing. But it's really not, like, setting them up for, like, a social life in the future. And isn't teaching them social skills. And I don't think it's great that so many children are, like, so reliant on an iPad for entertainment and they can't just chat to each other.
Because I think, like, when the kids are so young, their social skills aren't, like, that great anyway, so it's hard to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean stick them in front of an iPad with, like, Peppa Pig on. That means, like, get them to colour, get them to draw, and things like that, because I think that will help, like, develop their skills better than, like, watching the TV.
But at the same time, it is useful, like, say, for example, you're on a long journey and you're
Yeah.
shut up now, we don't want to play I Spy anymore.
Like, there is loads of positives to social media.
Definitely.
Obviously, we're doing BeHeard through social media.
We're not just going to sit here and slate social media, because we know how good it is for us and how important it is for us to do what we do. However, we are aware that there are dark and dangerous sides to social media as well.
By the way, we're reading off the scripts for these little sections because these are facts that we've researched and found off the internet, so we want to get them 100% right. Yeah, so before social media, bullying was something that was face-to-face, then it was left when everyone went home. But nowadays, people can bully online anonymously. So everyone knows about cyberbullying, and we actually did a BeHeard topic video thing on that. So if you want to check that out, if you want to go more into cyberbullying and bullying, then it'll be in the description.
And I found that most of the stories we got sent for this topic was on bullying and cyberbullying on social media, so it is a massive issue.
Yeah, they all basically link into each other.
Other ways in which social media can have a negative impact. The research showed that spending too long on social networking sites could be adversely affecting your mood. In fact, you're more likely to report poor mental health, including symptoms of anxiety and depression.
Mm-hmm. So there is something called FOMO, which is also known as fear of missing out, and it's a phenomenon that came back at the same time as Facebook, and it's one of the most common negative effects of social media. It's basically like a form of anxiety that you get when you're scared of missing out on a positive experience or emotions that someone else is getting. So do any of you feel like you can relate? Because I feel in some way I can.
Yeah. I don't necessarily get anxious about it and like worry, but it's never nice seeing all your friends out, maybe at a party or a meal, and they're like not rubbing it in your face, because I'm sure it's not aimed at like us personally, but you feel a bit left out, and social media exaggerates that because you wouldn't know that they were out having fun without it, would you?
I feel like all of us have talked about it before, and we can all relate to, because we used to dance every night, people just assumed we wouldn't be able to go out, so they ended up stopping inviting us completely, and we'd see on their story they're out, and it'd be a night where we are free. And so I know I'd just be sitting there like, oh, I actually could have gone out and I would have liked to have been asked. But I don't think, I'm not sure if you guys, but it definitely didn't cause me like to have a fear of
Fear,
it.
no. Neither.
I understand like why it could.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat. Those are the social media platforms that severely lack online authenticity and can help attribute to negative body image as you compare yourself with other people online.
On top of increased rates of anxiety and depression, spending too much time on social media can lead to poor sleep. Numerous studies have shown that increased rates of social media has a negative effect on your sleep quality. And I heard this, and for my exams and my GCSEs, I tried to put my phone down like an hour before I'd go to bed and read, because I think it's the blue light or something that stops you from sleeping. And I think it did help, and I was not so tired.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
really good.
I've never tried it.
Did you do that for your GCSEs?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never. Neither did I. Wasn't crazy.
Social media is often described as being more addictive than cigarettes and alcohol.
That's
With,
so
I know, when I read that, I was so shocked. With the most addictive social media platforms being Snapchat, Facebook and Instagram. So I was just wondering what you guys think was your most addictive platform.
Instagram, 100%.
Instagram as well.
Well, well, me on the end. So I like scroll through Instagram the most, but I talk to people on Snapchat the most. And when I look at my screen time on my phone, Snapchat's always the most.
Oh, really?
I've not looked at my screen time. So there are really sinister things like catfishing and online grooming, and we found something in The Guardian that reported online child sex abuse referred to the Met has increased by 700% since 2014.
Wow.
This is a shocking statistic and it's getting worse, not better, so that's not great news.
So police forces in England and Wales recorded 5,653 incidents of sex crimes against children, which had an online element, and that was in 2016 till 2017, which has gone up from the 3,903 incidents reported between 2015 and 2016, according to the NSPCC. Catfishing is actually the act of creating an online fake account, and it's actually legal to do this.
Really?
So some parts of catfishing are actually protected by the law. So say if you were to give money to someone who was catfishing you, they'd get done for fraud.
Right, yeah.
And stuff like that. But do you guys think it should just be like illegal overall?
Yeah.
The amount of young people on social media nowadays as well.
I've not had any experiences like this, but has anyone else had any experiences?
I think I kind of have. So, like, it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I was like an ambassador for this dancewear brand, and like he picked loads of other young girls. And then basically this mum on Instagram messaged me like, I really don't think it's fake, like, and she pointed out loads of reasons why. And then my mum like looked it up and everything, and we asked them for a phone number, and he like, it was like dead like sketchy and didn't want to give us one. And then he ended up giving us one, and it was a Scottish number. And then when we rung it, it was this young girl, and she had no idea like about this dance company. And then
That's scary because like
yeah, they
anyone
get.
could give
We're like good friends now though.
but like anyone could give like my phone number out by accident just by putting in a random number.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And she was like really creeped out. And then when like we kind of everyone found out, he started sending us like really inappropriate pictures, and basically
really
like we don't know what it could have led to if that mum didn't like tell us that she thought it was fake, because he wanted to like meet up with us and everything.
That's so
So
scary.
it probably wasn't catfishing, it was more like online like grooming and stuff.
But
they
still
were
bad.
some of the girls were like even younger than me. It was awful. But thankfully like I told my parents and someone told me, so yeah, got sorted.
That shows that like speaking out helps.
Yeah.
So we've been sent in loads of stories in relation to this, so who wants to share theirs
Let's
first?
go first.
My story's from a young girl, and she's got good points and bad points on social media, which is great because
Yeah.
it's a variety. So she said she's going to start with the bad. And earlier this year, she got bullied at school very badly, and it caused her to become quite depressed. And her mum often noticed that she was being messaged by the bully saying mean things, and then her Snapchat got hacked. The hacker messaged something extremely hurtful to one of the bullies, and the bullies still think it was her who messaged them, but it wasn't, so they're bullying her about that now. There's also this app where you can get message things to someone anonymously, and I downloaded and put a link in my bio a couple of months ago for it, thinking I would get nice messages. However, I didn't. I got many nasty messages on there, and like she sent a picture of the message of it, and it was like basically someone saying that she's not perfect and she thinks she is, and she needs to just stop thinking she's pretty and stuff like that. And it caused her to get very stressed, and she nearly self-harmed, but she didn't.
I don't know why apps would be created like that, where you can anonymously
No, I agree.
troll people, because it's just setting people up
Yeah.
to just hide behind a screen.
But
Yeah.
it went huge is good for the app.
know.
Yeah,
That's
like
why.
there's no need though.
No.
there
It's
isn't.
pointless.
It's just like, yeah, I agree. So on the good part, Instagram's allowed her to make many friends who she really trusts, especially in the MerseyGirls fandom, which is great. And she's so grateful to have it, and it's also allowed her to message us. So
Of course.
Yay.
we're happy that that makes
Yeah.
you happy. And she says, "Thank you for all your help and for taking your time to read this.
Aw.
Love you."
Thank
We
you.
love you too.
Yeah, we do.
So it's great that you've made friends and you've got a positive impact on social media, because we know
Definitely.
the MG fandom, that's what we need to do.
MGT.
Yes, but we're really sorry about the bullies. And
Yeah,
they're just behind the screen. They're probably jealous, and they
I'd
want.
delete that app.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's it.
So my story was slightly different in the topic of social media. So this girl said that social media has affected me so much with my confidence because of other people or celebrities photoshopping themselves.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it really does affect people's mental health. And that linked in well with another one who said she had scoliosis and really bad anxiety, and social media has really put her down over the past few months. Whenever I want to post a picture, she wouldn't, because of her uneven shoulders and her rib. And in the past, she's had comments saying, "Why don't you stand up straight? And why are your shoulders really uneven?" And social media has made me really self-conscious about her back. She still struggles with anxiety. Is there any advice you could give?
I know it's really, really difficult, but don't
Yeah.
compare yourself to a fake photo that's just unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like, we're all prone to doing it, so
Yeah.
like we can relate so much. Like, we all look at it and go, "Oh, that's not fair. I want that figure," or whatever.
Yeah.
But let's all try and be grateful for what we have, and like that makes you even more special that you've got your uneven shoulders and your
Yeah.
rib. And I'm sure Gila can relate to that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure like you're still an amazing person on the inside, because that's all that matters.
I feel like we always say it, but social media is only people's best bits.
Yeah.
So the negatives aren't shown. So don't think that's reality, because it really isn't.
So this comes from a young girl as well, and it was quite similar to Poppy's. So she says, social media has had an impact on everyone. People see someone like Kim Kardashian or like Ariana Grande and think, "I need to be like that." And that's what she thinks as well. She says, "I see someone with a nice figure and I think to myself, why can't I be like that?" And she puts herself down. But she also gets bullied on social media. It's made her feel like if she posts something that it has to be perfect, and if she like later sees something that's not perfect in it, she'll delete it.
That's
And I
like
feel
me,
like-
to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I was about to say, I feel like we've been sort of
Yeah.
like that in
Everything
the
you're saying
past.
is so relatable.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And she says she never thinks of herself as much anyway, and social media doesn't help her and it gets her down and stuff. People look cool and pretty and she believes that she doesn't, so she's like comparing herself to other people. Then she says MerseyGirls are her inspirations, and she was like, just thank you for like all the support and stuff. But like with the anonymous messages said before, she's had that as well. Why don't you talk? You're so quiet all the time and so secretive. Why can't you open up? And then one person said your chin sticks out really weirdly and makes your face even uglier, to be honest. Plus everyone says you're really nice, but you're not, and you're rubbish at sports.
He thinks that's bad as well.
Do you know something that like you could do, like which probably no one's gonna do because they do. Maybe they might have like the fear of missing out or something. But you could just delete social media. Like that would
Do you
be
reckon we
such
could do
amazing.
that?
I
No.
couldn't do that. I
No.
just couldn't. But
Definitely delete that app though. 'Cause
Yeah.
that app.
Yeah, but I think that would be such an amazing, inspiring thing. to
Or
do.
maybe just like have like a timetable of when you can go on your phone.
And like block
Like,
people who like aren't having a positive impact on your
Yeah.
life.
And I think you need to believe in yourself more.
Yeah,
And like
know
be
your
more
self-worth.
positive, because
Definitely.
you sound like a lovely person. So.
Also, guys, someone came into my school once and said this really interesting thing. So your expectation level and like reality, the bigger the gap is, the worse your mental health is. So if your expectation is to be super skinny and your reality isn't that, the bigger that gap, the worse your mental health is. That's like
I agree.
a sciencey way
Wow.
of putting it, I think.
That's definitely true as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
I think
true.
that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Because
good.
the bigger your expectation is.
I really like it.
I never thought of it like that.
So basically this story is about a person who says a few years ago someone was anonymously messaging her saying that she was ugly and fat and that nobody liked her. And she said it sucked for a really long time and she never spoke out. And then she also was getting bullied in school, like people were putting horrible notes in her bag saying mean stuff. It carried on going onto Instagram DMs and she had multiple accounts telling her to kill herself every single day. And then obviously more notes in school were getting put into her bag as well. And then she began to start self-harming and contemplating suicide, which is awful that like bullying would lead to that.
Yeah.
And then basically she did speak out in the end, but like nothing was done about it. The trolls just didn't stop, and they were never caught. And then one year forward, she started counselling and she's beginning to perform, and she's never been happier. And the bullying is all finished, and she actually got an apology message from the head of her year in assembly. And I know that I'm so much stronger, and you guys inspired me on BGT. And she's basically just said, although that time in my life is something I think about every day, I know I got out of it the other side, which is amazing.
That's so nice.
In regards to all these negative issues that we're talking about in relation to social media, what do you think can be done?
Well, I think social media platforms can like ensure better security measures.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anyone could just go online. You can put in a fake name, a fake birthday, and you can just get an account like so easily.
I think maybe parents could, I don't know, like say their children aren't allowed social media without giving them their passwords, so that they can control their social media as well and keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
but
like I agree with that, but then some parents might disagree with that and be like, oh, we need to give our children like their own space.
I get that, but I think like have their own space and don't look at it all the time. But like maybe like once a month or something, just like
I agree.
I think that's more important for like younger kids, like because now I feel we're mature enough to understand, but especially when like with younger kids and stuff, they're more sort of vulnerable to it.
Yeah, definitely.
And in relation to spending so much time on it, like I'm not sure the exact details of it, but I know like some of my friends at school, their parents will block like certain social media apps like Snapchat from like 4 till 7, so they can't go on it, so they can maybe do homework, and then it's like back allowed at like 7.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's like something to do with the Wi-Fi and then blocking the app and stuff.
That's quite good, I suppose.
Yeah.
That is good.
Makes you get your work done. So
So we have put helplines in the description below of organisations and helplines that you can contact if you feel unable to reach out to anyone nearby, but it's just really important that you talk to someone. So.
Yeah, please do not suffer alone and speak out, because as good as social media is, it can also be quite a scary place and a dark place, so some people may not be who they say they are, so definitely speak out and be careful.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out our other weekly video, #Challenge MerseyGirls, which is still running up until our Halloween special, where one of us will be crowned the ultimate Mersey girl.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. What was I meant to say? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for our live stream on the 21st of October. We'll confirm a time very, very soon. So, yeah.
Bye guys, keep smiling and shine on, you crazy diamonds.